All right, we're live. This is the 8th town hall. Welcome everybody. We have some people that have joined the live stream again. So thanks to we're live. This is the 8th town hall. Welcome everybody. We have some people that have joined the live stream again. So we're live. This is the 8th town hall. Welcome everybody. We have some people that have joined the live stream again. Sorry about that.
Oh, did you have the YouTube video going on? Yeah.
Yeah, like a bunch of links open up. So the eighth town hall. My name is Grant. I'm the CEO. Pass it over to Aiden.
Hey everybody, my name's Aiden. I'm the Chief Experience Officer. Some of you might have seen the last time I was the community director, but recently I kind of stepped into a new position. So my role is a little bit more matching of what I do to the company. So basically, Chief Experience Officer, just a brief explanation, meaning that my job is kind of making sure that the experience from the point that the potential user of PlayerMint sees us from like a marketing post all the way to their experience throughout the product, and then engagement on like the customer support, customer service side, and customer success, all that fun stuff. So kind of just focusing on that. So we have someone that's really focused on that product and user experience through it.
So the agenda for today, we have a development update, recap on the Rocket League tournament, the Fund6 proposal, a little look into the founder NFT project, and then a look at CardanoCraft, which plays into the founder NFT project. So a quick dev update. We're getting the final scope from a number of developers. Some of you may know that we were in the process of transitioning development groups. So we've been talking with a number of different groups that kind of have different pros and cons to onboarding them, and we should have the final scopes from the different groups by the end of this coming week, and then that will allow us to have a development roadmap and have a lot more details that we can share with the community. So really looking forward to that. Another really cool update is that we've been in really good conversations with a group called Overwolf, which aggregates a lot of gaming data. So they have a lot of the best APIs for games like Warzone and Fortnite, and APIs that are authorized by the game studios for projects like ourselves to build with. So it's really cool that we've been able to establish this relationship with them, and we're going to continue to communicate with them. They gave us a development environment so that our developers can play around with integrating their infrastructure. And we'll probably have more to speak on this in the coming week as well.
Awesome. So hopping into the tournament recap. So for those of you that didn't know, one thing that we've been doing to kind of emulate our product of creating a get paid to play environment for gamers is by holding tournaments in popular games, and for example that being Rocket League. So in partnership with Retro Stake Pool, we actually put on a Rocket League tournament yesterday. Was it? Yeah, yesterday. Or no, that was on Friday. My apologies. On Friday, we held this tournament with Retro Stake Pool with the awesome sponsorships from AdaQuest and Starving Esports. So it was a really good time. It was a lot of cool experiences, a lot of kind of epic battles and jousts between the various players. But we'll take it to our next slide where we get to see kind of who won the tournament. And those that have been playing in them can probably see and kind of feel the fear that is emanating from Shushani. Shushani is an absolute masterpiece of a worker in terms of maneuvering car and ball alike in Rocket League, and is just a menace on the court. Shushani won the first tournament we held, and then also won the second one we just held. So Shushani has generally been the one to beat. But that being said, interacting with Shushani on like a one-to-one basis via Discord, they are a very pleasant human being. They're very kind. So they might be the overall champ that people want to defeat, but they're a very nice person to interact with. And then in terms of other people that kind of stood up against Shushani and kind of took their place on the leaderboard was Willwall, who in game was called Kindheart. They put up a good force against Shushani in the finals, where they kind of went back and forth. Shushani won the first match. Kindheart came in at the second, and then Shushani finished it up on the third, securing a second victory. But it was a great performance. It was a lot of fun to watch that back and forth. Willwall, or Kindheart, is really good at taking half court shots. So they could smash the Rocket League ball into the goal from about half court pretty accurately, pretty consistently. And then High Patient joined the tournament for the first time and did a really good job. And the cool note about High Patient was they did a great job customizing their overall car and kind of cosmetic experience. Had this really beautiful purple theme to it that really worked well. And then to speak a little bit about like what these winners won is on the non-fungible side. Huge shout out to AdaQuest. If anyone's looking for a gaming-based Cardano project, definitely check out AdaQuest. Their website is ada-quest.com. They had provided us non-fungible tokens in terms of the cards that they use to play their video game. So people are in the process of receiving these Stormbreaker, Root Finder Kin, Fire Mage, all of these kind of fun NFT cards that they'll receive. So the winner walked away with 3 of those, second place walked away with 2, and third place walked away with 1. Those people also walked away with some Quest tokens. So that's kind of AdaQuest fungible token. So each one of those winners walked away with 200 Quest tokens. And then our other sponsor, Starving Esports, threw in about 30 ADA into the prize pool total. So first place walked away with 15 ADA, second place walked away with 10, and third place walked away with 5. But on that note, before we kind of continue, the next slide is High Patient, third place. Actually, when I messaged him about it, a huge shout out to High Patient. He said, hey man, just keep those rewards I would have received and just throw them towards the next tournament's prize pool. So huge shout out and huge thank you to High Patient for already passing on his winnings or her winnings in order to enable the next prize pool to form. And then one thing that we kind of noted is we really want to get in the cadence of doing these on, if possible, a weekly basis. I mean, right now it's been monthly, but if we could get it to bi-weekly or even weekly, we're really interested in doing so. The one thing is that it's a matter of if we're going to support play to enjoy, meaning that there's no kind of prize pool behind the tournaments, or strictly play to earn, meaning there is some sort of prize pool behind the tournaments. So one thing I'm curious about hearing, maybe in the chat, if you're in the Zoom call or YouTube, if you're watching this live, or if you're watching this after it's been posted, maybe a comment. Would you all be down to play in a tournament that doesn't have a prize pool, but rather it's just for fun, to have a good time, where it's live streamed, commentated, and there's kind of this kind of fun element of community, just so that we can kind of have fun with it. And then in the next slide, one thing that we were also asked, and kind of what we've been asked frequently is well, are we going to do any other games than Rocket League? And we would absolutely love to. Rocket League's nice and easy because it provides an in-game tournament bracket, but we'd love to do something like Fortnite, Splitgate, Fall Guys, CSGO. People have even suggested, Patrick of NFT Maker is even trying to get us to do like a StarCraft tournament. So we really want to support whatever people are interested in. If there's some sort of easy way in which we can maneuver a tournament around it, that's kind of the second thing that we'd love to hear from you is whether you play in non-prize pool tournaments and what games you'd like to play it in. I think Fall Guys would be a lot of fun because we could all get into the same match and compete against one another in kind of a fun and lively way. But finishing off all that stuff, moving on to the Fund6. So for those of you that don't know, we are actually involved in Project Catalyst Fund6. And this is involvement in 2 different proposals. So the standard process is you propose something to Idea Scale, which is the platform that Project Catalyst is using. And then, your proposal kind of gets updated, refined, finalized. And then at the end of that stage, the editing of your proposal locks, and then people called community advisors, which are people that get paid to review your proposals, come in, and that review is based off of a 5-star ranking system. So right now we're going through the process of reviewing the reviewers. So proposers like ourselves have the chance to flag reviews that might not seem totally accurate. But what that means is that we have preliminary scores in terms of how well our proposals are going to rank. So really happy to say that in our Fund7 challenge setting called Gamers on Chain, which is not money that we'll be able to pull ourselves, but rather sets a challenge for the next fund specific to gaming-based project. So if you are a gamer out there and you want to build some sort of awesome project on top of Cardano, definitely check out the Gamers Unchained. If you want to vote for it, that'd be awesome. This will be your spot where if you're a gamer or a game developer and you want to build something on Project Catalyst and overall Cardano, this will be your spot to submit a challenge to if we get successfully voted in. But it looks good because I've been doing this, my little Discord icon there of the Clay Nation. And then the one in the middle is Felix, who is actually involved in the Catalyst Circle, which is kind of the community governance of Project Catalyst. And then the third face there on the right is Marcin of AdaQuest. So us three kind of teamed together to put together the Gamers on Chain Challenge and received a 4.58 stars out of 5. So that's looking really positive, and we could get that number even higher after flagging some reviews that might not be so accurate. And then one that is more specific to PlayerMint, we actually did one in regards to community access NFTs. So those are the core concept of those is that an NFT is minted by some sort of content creator, generally within the gaming space. And then whoever purchases that NFT from that gaming content creator gets some sort of underlying utility in the form of community access. So maybe if I own my favorite streamer's NFT, I get to play on stream with them once a week, or I get access to their merch for 25% off, or I get an exclusive role in their Discord server where I get a chat with them and in kind of their moderators one-on-one. And so luckily, this proposal got really high rankings overall. The majority of rankings from people were like 4s and 5s, really. But overall, we got a 4.0 out of 6 because one of the reviewers, I think, didn't really enjoy our project as much as the rest of the community advisors and gave it like 1s and 2s. So luckily, they didn't provide a whole lot of strong reasoning as to why. They just said something as simple as like, this isn't going to benefit the community. So we're going to flag that as being kind of a review that doesn't really provide adequate description as to why, our challenge, because one of the review stages is whether the proposal matches the challenge of NFT business models. And we're pretty much creating an NFT business model. So there's a little bit of lack of understanding and justification. So we'll flag that. And if we flag those reviews, it'll actually be moved up to a 4.6. So it's looking really positive on that note.
That's a really great segue into the founder NFTs, which is the NFT project that we're putting a lot of work into ourselves right now. And once the summit is over, we're really going to hit the ground running with this project. We kind of want to let the dust settle a little bit during when all that's happening. But this is a little look at the graphics. So they're motion. So these are just stills, but each side of the cube has its own motion graphic, and it spins around. And this is going to be a very utility-driven project. So as we're like a lot of the projects right now are having to do with either the art or avatar NFTs. This is going to be a very utility-driven project with a lot of like access and things that you unlock for owning it. So one example is a project that we're scoping out right now called CardanoCraft. So for the people that buy the founder NFTs will gain access to the CardanoCraft server. And then the first initiative after the sale is done is going to be that we'll hide a bunch of really cool NFTs in a bunch of boxes, in a bunch of the blocks in the server. And then anyone who has the founder NFT gains access to the server via their wallet, authenticating the access. And then you'll have this really cool treasure hunt where everyone's trying to find where the NFTs are in the block. So you're basically like literally mining for NFTs. And then that will transition into then using that server for land. So turning the land within that server into NFTs. And then the people who own the founder NFTs will have first dibs at that land. And then what we really want to do is onboard lots of Cardano projects, and have them have their space in CardanoCraft where they can build and display their project in a shared virtual space that people can come into, and kind of hang out, build structures. And then if you own one of the land NFTs, then you have the rights to build on top of that piece of land. So that will be a really cool way to kind of play around with some of the blockchain gaming concepts, and have like a cool dynamic within the Cardano community. Another thing that the founder NFTs will do will gain access to a number of tournaments. So we'll have founder tournaments where the people with the founder NFTs will gain access to tournaments with really cool NFT prizes, and then also probably ADA and fungible tokens as well. And then also the founder NFTs will provide other things like a founder card on PlayerMint.com. So your profile has a special graphic. It'll come with PlayerMint Pro, which is the additional features on the platform. So we're packing a whole bunch of utility into this NFT project. And again, after the summit, once the dust has settled from the summit, we're going to really hit the ground running with this NFT project. So pretty excited about that. So from there, I'm going to open the floor up to Q&A, and then we'll hand it off to Gaming Cardano.
Awesome. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, we're more than happy to answer them. But if not, that's totally cool as well. Oh, here, I can totally just unmute you there.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
So I guess my question is about you guys have a Fund6 proposal in, is that what I understood? And
yeah, so it's kind of how Project Catalyst works is that eventually you're getting to the point where there's a bunch of challenges that you propose to, and then one of those challenges is called the Fund7 challenge setting. So it's basically people are proposing to set the challenges for the next fund. So we have one to set one for a gaming challenge in the next fund, and then one for NFT business models in the current fund.
Okay, but so the current Fund6, it's not an actual proposal that will be voted on, or is it just an idea?
So those will all be voted on. Yeah. So we have one in the challenge called NFT business models. And that's one that if you vote on and we voted in successfully, we will actually receive funds to go out and build.
Okay, right.
And then Fund7 is the challenge setting. Those are also voted on. And those are basically, if you vote on those, they help determine what the future challenges are.
Right. Okay.
So for example, NFT business models, the challenge that we're submitted in now, that was a challenge that was voted on in Fund5 challenge setting. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll definitely keep an eye out for it.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, any support is super helpful. But please, yeah, definitely just vote for it if you think it's worthy of the vote. If not, I'd love to hear any feedback, suggestions, stuff like that.
And I think for Fund7, I'm going to really try and participate as a CA. So
totally. Yeah, I did. I became a CA. Yeah, I became a CA for the first time. It's kind of enjoying. There's kind of this invigorating aspect around like you're getting quite literally paid ADA in order to do like review what the future projects of Cardano are.
Right.
And they've gotten to the point where now if you give a really good review, you're more likely to earn more ADA from putting in that work. So the one thing I really like about it is, and I think this is kind of a really lesser known thing is that Project Catalyst, I think, provides the only way for people to earn ADA without needing to put any money down. So anyone can become a community advisor in Project Catalyst, and they don't need to have any ADA in order to do that. So essentially, this community advisor role creates a way in which people can earn ADA without having any ADA. And then they can stake that. And that's kind of how a lot of people can get started.
Yeah, I'm totally interested in doing it. And one of the things that stopped me in the past was like, I don't have time to sit and read these. And now that I was reading through some of the the guidance for Project Catalyst on community advisors, and it was saying 3 to 5, I believe, proposals was kind of like a target goal for everybody. And okay, that's doable. I can do that.
Absolutely.
But not like 50 or 100 or however many. There's like 800 proposals, I think.
Yeah, no, and there's probably going to be like 1,400 in the next one too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So rapidly. Yeah. So no, definitely, I'd highly encourage it. And that's the cool thing is that they want you to shoot for 3 to 5 because that's how many essentially like community advisors to proposals there are,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to get 5 proposals or 5 reviews per proposal. So but the thing is you'd be helping out and you'd be putting 8 in your pocket if you just did 1. So
true.
Yeah, I'd highly encourage it. I had a lot of fun doing them. I did like 4 or 5 of them, and it was really cool. It was fun to be on that side of things.
Yeah, because you want to give a fair assessment. I mean, you don't want to just read something really quick and skim it and then leave a crappy comment. Like you want to sit there and digest the material. Yeah. And actually understand what they're trying to do and then provide, good feedback, not just some half-ass crap. So
yeah, that's definitely would be appreciated. And the majority of community advisors are going that route. Unfortunately, the one that I mentioned that gave us bad reviews just had like 1 sentence long description of this is not helpful to community. Totally.
We had one on our last proposal where it was like, oh, this is not being built on Cardano. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was like this they gave us like really high regards, and it was like, yeah, but the NFTs aren't going to be on Cardano. And it was like, maybe I don't know, like if we like alluded to something or like I don't really know how the person thought of that. But luckily there's this flagging system to kind of avoid some of that stuff. Just unfortunately the flags don't always warrant the results you're looking for.
Cool.
Yeah,
well, good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. If there's any more questions, more than happy to answer them. If not, I think we're all a bit curious to hear what Gaming Cardano has to say.
Yeah. Why don't we hand it over?
Let's do it.
All right. Should be good to go.
Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for the opportunity. I really appreciate being able to come and present my project to you guys. My name is Taylor. I'm the founder of Gaming Cardano. I got into the crypto space, I would say probably 6-ish years ago. I started mining Ethereum and other altcoins. Thank goodness I am not dealing with any of those coins anymore. I don't want to bash that ecosystem, but I'm very happy to be part of Cardano now. Obviously, there's just endless benefits with this network here. There's so many opportunities, and honestly, the community here is just unbelievable. So I'm a nerd. I'll just right off the bat, I'll tell you I'm a nerd. I love gaming and I love crypto, so I figured why don't I bridge the gap between the two? I wanted to start a stake pool, but I don't know if many of you know, it's very, very difficult to get delegators without like being a wizard with marketing or having a bunch of money to start one. It's pretty tough. So I decided to build a community first, and that's what I did. I kind of proposed my idea on Twitter. I said, who would be interested in starting a gaming community within Cardano? And I'll host tournaments. We'll have some sponsors and we'll pay people out in ADA and NFTs. And the idea obviously blew up, and that's where I am now. We hosted a tournament, last 2 weeks ago. The prize pool was over 300 ADA, and we had a bunch of sponsors, so we gave out the NFTs as well. And we even were giving away ADA and NFTs to people who are just watching on Twitch. So you just participate by watching and engaging in the chat below. So it's cool to kind of give back to people who maybe aren't good at Warzone or they're not good at Rocket League. So yeah, we're just really trying to let the community have a voice when it comes to this gaming ecosystem we're trying to create. The community gets a vote every single time. I don't get to pick. It's completely up to you guys. So we start with the genre of the game. You vote in what genre you want to play, and then we break it down into what games within that genre. And it's just been crazy. People have really jumped on board, and I decided it was time to launch my stake pool. So I took all the ADA that I had, which was not that much because I'm just a regular dude who still works a full-time job. But I threw it into my pledge and started my stake pool, and now we're taking off. I checked this morning. I think we have 37 people who have staked to my pool, and we're sitting at 81,000 ADA staked, which is crazy. Like, to me, that's mind-blowing, the amount of support I have. So just thank you everyone who's been supporting me. And yeah, it's just been quite incredible. The amount of people I've met in this community and the people who've helped me out is remarkable. So that's pretty much the structure of our platform. We're trying to bridge the gap between gamers and bring people into Cardano. I think the main issue right now is I'm sure you guys have seen the whole FaZe clan thing, and it kind of left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. And I don't blame them. There's a lot of horrible rug pulls and a lot of horrible influencers out there trying to take the normal guy like our money and obviously profit, which sucks. Luckily, with Cardano and a stake pool, I can never run away with your money, no matter what. So people have that assurance that they don't have to worry about losing anything. All they have to do is stake with me, and then they can participate in these bigger prize pools. So I think that's a great incentive for people. And right now I'm actually working on building a smart contract with the Marlowe Playground. I'm not a coder, but the Marlowe Playground is amazing. If you guys have not tried it, like, honestly, if you have zero experience, try it. It is pretty easy. Watch some of the YouTube tutorials and you can be on your way to literally making smart contracts. It's not nearly as hard as you think. And we're working on a burn mechanism right now. So we have a CNFT ticket. It's going to be a redeemable ticket. I'm going to distribute it, to the delegators who stake more than 1K ADA. And you use this ticket to essentially register to a tournament. So when you go and redeem this ticket on the website, it'll essentially just put in like your username for whatever game you're playing. It'll be like your email and your wallet address, so that if you win, I can obviously hook you up with the goodies. And yeah, I'm hoping to speak to a couple of students from the Pioneer program that can help me polish this smart contract up. Like I said, I am not a developer, so I'm hoping I can make it nice and pretty for you guys and have it running soon. But yeah, that is essentially what we're trying to do. We're going to make sure that these NFTs are like a one use only. So no matter what, when you redeem this ticket, it's burnt. There's no way of messing with it. There's no way of, manipulating this. So I think that's a very important aspect of it as well. And yeah, this is essentially what we're about. And I'm super excited to be here and grow the community with you guys.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much for showing up. I mean, hearing about this whole like ticket system seems really, really powerful, just in its applicability across a variety of people, like in terms of anyone that's hosting events specifically towards a community of people that delegate to their pool. I'm sure could probably, gain inspiration or use your smart contract system in order to you essentially are creating like one of the first ticket based systems on Cardano where people can use some sort of ticket in order to gain access to an event.
Totally. Yeah. And another thing I wanted to do, and this doesn't have to be specific to this smart contract, but for me, I want to make sure that the ticket is essentially not like there's no expiry on it. So like, say if we have a Warzone tournament coming up and you're not a Warzone player, but you staked over 1,000 ADA with me, you don't have to use it. You can hold on to it till next tournament. Now, another thing I was going to bring up is the fact that obviously, say Warzone, you have a lobby of 150 people you can fill out. Or if it's a different game, maybe it's only 30 or so on. So if we have a lobby that has like way more registrant spots and we can't fill them, then we're just going to do a couple waves of sales. It's probably starting at like the first wave will be 10 ADA, the second wave 15, 20 or something like that. That way we can fill out these spots in these tournaments. And then people who maybe, they're dedicated to a different stake pool and they've had a long lasting relationship with a different stake pool, that's totally cool, but they can still come and participate that way. So, and on top of that, say you stake 1,000 ADA and you don't even like gaming, but you like my project, you can sell your ticket to whoever you want. And if my tickets are sold out, who knows what people are going to be selling these tickets for, because I don't know if I should spoil it, but I'll do it here. We may have a prize pool pretty close to 1,000 ADA for a tournament coming up soon. We have some pretty crazy sponsors. I can't tell you exactly yet, but we got some big things coming soon. So
congratulations.
Thanks.
Big congratulations. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'll definitely keep my eye tuned to your Twitter account and everything else. I think Gene, if I'm not mistaken, you have a question.
Hey man, I didn't catch your name, by the way. What is it?
Yeah, my name's Taylor, Gene.
Taylor. Okay, good. Yeah. I like what you're doing. That's cool. At first I was considering starting a stake pool, and then I was just super let down by all of the, I don't have enough ADA. How am I going to market this? I mean, I was going to have to learn how to build one anyway. That was going to be a little bit of an effort. And I know it's not too difficult, but I knew that was going to take some time. And so I just kind of like, this is probably not for me. I don't have a community. I'm real new to crypto. So I just backed off. So congratulations to you for, kind of coming from that same vein and actually creating what you've done. It's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I have two questions. One, you're using the Marlowe language to burn the tickets. Is that right? When they're redeemed?
It's the Marlowe Playground. So I don't know if you checked out the Marlowe Playground, but you can, sorry, go on.
I briefly looked at it, and so I have an idea of it. I just haven't used it.
Okay. So essentially you can, here, let me just pull it up really quick. You use the Marlowe Playground to use, like, it's literally a puzzle. You can pick whatever you want and just plug and play everything you want into the smart contract.
Okay.
And then once it's actually done, you can turn it into like JavaScript. You can turn it into.
Would you want to share your screen so we could get out?
Sure, just 1 second.
So it's more like a GUI that's just kind of like a builder.
Yeah.
Can you guys see the screen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, and this probably is not perfect by any means, and it's not finished. I'm still working on it. But yeah, essentially you have your contract, what you want to do, and then the next, like when such and such happens. So a deposit, the role will be the entrant. So someone who is a entry using the ticket to the currency. I need to change this to a native token. This will get sent to a Gaming Cardano burn wallet. And yeah, when this guy here registers, the entrant will send his ticket in, the ticket will be burnt. And I don't know how to finish this bottom part. That's why I need a little bit of help still. But yeah, essentially once you have it, you can go view in Marlowe and boom, it just codes it for you, which is amazing because I can't do this. So
that's pretty awesome.
And I think actually, I can't remember all the languages, but I'm pretty sure Marlowe accepts JavaScript, Haskell. There might be two more, I believe, as well. So like you literally can come without Haskell knowledge and come and build on Cardano. And Charles has been talking about this for, I don't even know how long, months, almost years, that this is going to happen. And I just started tinkering around with this, and I'm literally on my path to building my own smart contract. And I don't see too many people doing that right now. I mean, there's a ton of people with great projects, but I think we should definitely take advantage of the tools that Charles has created for us and the team at IOHK. It's mind blowing. The fact that I can just come and use this for free too. That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to comment on the fact that it's this very visual block based kind of puzzle pieces that you're putting together. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. Because it's that, I feel like the chances for bugs and errors dramatically reduces, or when you are going about fixing bugs and errors, it's very clear because there's only, instead of looking through this massive lines of text and code, you're just looking at a variety of kind of almost puzzle pieces that are fitting together.
Exactly. Yeah, and actually it has the warnings right down here. It tells you if obviously you've made any mistakes. I have mine incompleted, so yeah, it's going to have some mistakes, but yeah, it's
oh, that's so cool.
It's remarkable the amount of utility they give us for free. It's crazy.
Yeah. What will be the process of taking that and then plugging it into the ticket and into kind of the user experience of it?
So that is something I need to speak with a Pioneer student. I'm hoping that I can speak with Lars pretty soon. I noticed he followed me on Twitter for some reason, so I'm
nice.
Hopefully shoot my shot and send him a DM and see if he can hook me up with one of his students and see if we can really get the ball rolling on this. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, and it's going to be perfect. But I think if he is able to help me, that would be amazing, because then we can really plug this into my website, and then essentially it'll just be like when you go and mint a new project, any NFT project, you can go, oh, instead of sending ADA to this wallet address, you will send this NFT to this wallet address. When it hits my wallet address, then it will burn the ticket. And in the process of burning, it will send your registration info to a database that I can access, and you're registered.
That's so cool.
Very cool.
Congrats on doing that. That's what an initiative.
Thanks.
Would you wanna show the gaming Cardano website? See what people could.
Yeah, sure. It is not the prettiest website. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm still working on making that a bit prettier. I have a web developer that's going to be working on this. So as of right now, we will have like the tournament page back up, but we're just working out the fine details right now. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We host tournaments. If you win, we pay you. Simple as that. So when you register, this will obviously be either for the big prize pool or just for like smaller prize pools. And that's another thing I should probably mention is we're going to be hosting a lot of smaller tournaments too that are completely free to join. If you don't have enough ADA stake, that's completely cool. They're not always going to be as big. I'm not a rich person. I can't always keep, forking all my ADA into these prize pools. So I'm very lucky I have sponsors that help me out. But yeah, I want to make sure that we can continue hosting these tournaments, just like you guys are doing. I think it's amazing that we're building a community where people can come around and just hang out and game. And it doesn't have to be for a crazy amount of money. It's just, making new friends in gaming. And that's really what it's all about. So
cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a little breakdown as well of who I am, if you want to read it. And one thing I really wanted to make a point of is transparency. That guy on that screen, that's me. I'm just a nerd from Canada who games, and I like crypto. Like the amount of projects coming out on Cardano that are completely anonymous rub me a little bit the wrong way. I understand some people like a level of anonymous, like at the persona behind it. I can kind of understand it, but when you're running something that's going to be bigger than, I don't know how to say it without rubbing. I don't want to step on any toes, but it's just what are we hiding from? Like, we're here to share content with people. We're here to build a community, not to rug pull anyone or make money and dip out. So yeah, I'm here to just, help and build this community. So this is me. This is kind of a breakdown of who I am and what my approach to this project has been. And yeah, if you guys want to read it, feel free to give it a read. And I kind of just have like an FAQ and how people can stake to our pool and if there's any risks and so forth. And that's the beautiful thing about Cardano. Like you could put 10 million ADA into my stake pool and I can go, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. See ya. I don't get your ADA. I get whatever my ADA is in that pledge. That's it. I can never take your ADA. So people don't have to worry about me running away and taking their money. That's a pretty huge deal. So
Taylor, how long do you have to, like if I stake with you, how long would it take before I would get my ticket for a tournament? Is it like the 2-week kind of kick in for staking rewards timeline, or?
We were going to do 4 epochs. So roughly a month. As of right now, obviously the tickets aren't completed, but even if you have more than 1K ADA staked and say a month from now, we still don't have the ticket ready, that's fine. We'll still I can obviously see who's delegated to my pool and for how long. So we'll definitely honor your spot. So.
Gotcha. Cool, man.
Yeah. Sweet. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm all ears.
Awesome.
Well, that was great. Yeah, thanks, Taylor.
Yeah, I guess so. For the folks listening, I guess it would just be stake to what is your pool ticker?
It is GAME. GAME. Awesome. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Great choice. So stake to gain. If it's at least 1,000 ADA, you're going to gain access to these tickets every time that a tournament's coming up. And then you can burn them and use this really cool Marlowe Playground smart contract in order to get in and essentially burn them. I think that's really creative. Then you get into the tournaments and you have massive prize pools. It sounds like We were talking earlier that you have a Valorant tournament coming up and a big prize pool. So, I mean, I'm definitely interested. I'm definitely going to be, I might have to make a new wallet and start delegating to you. Yeah, because I'd love to join in and I'd love to support you. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know I'm super interested in. I think there could definitely be room for collaboration between PlayerMint and Gaming Cardano. And I think, if we want to throw a tournament together or operate in some sort of capacity, I know that myself, and I don't want to speak for Grant, but I'm sure he has a similar opinion that it'd be really cool to do something.
Yeah, let's put something in the pipeline.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions for Gaming Cardano? You did a great job presenting, so I felt like I totally understand what you're up to and all the cool things you got going on. But if anyone else has questions, it seems like people in the YouTube comments were really enjoying your project as well.
I was just paying attention to the Zoom here. I should have taken a look at the YouTube there.
Yeah, we have like there was like 2 people in chat there, and they were just saying like sounds like an amazing project. Cardano is lucky to have you guys, and yeah, essentially another person agreeing. So I think we just have a bunch of cool. The gamers of Cardano are definitely looking for people to support, and it's really cool to have people like yourself that are providing access and events and fun. I think that's something that's really nice and needed on the blockchain is let's have some fun. Yeah,
absolutely. And I actually just I might be switching my website. I had to buy a couple domains just because I noticed they were up for grabs, because we are the first stake to play pool and the first model ever like really straying away from the charity and mission driven pool. We're really trying to push that model out there so people know what we're doing. So I obviously just went and grabbed stake2play.io and stake the number 2 play.io. It's going to link you back to Gaming Cardano no matter what. But I figured I had to scoop up those domains quick. So
yeah, the original NFT. Yeah.
You betcha.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, definitely. I think you have a really revolutionary model. I mean, I think Sunday Swap kind of introduced the initial stake pool offering, and you're kind of, you aren't offering some sort of way that, people are trading their ADA delegated. There, of course, everyone's walking away with the ADA that they're gaining via rewards, but you're creating this beautiful new model that I think is unique to Cardano in the sense that anyone's able to start up a stake pool. Therefore, anyone's able to then provide benefit for people that are delegating to that pool. And it's cool, like things like pool tools and I think pool perks and things like that are coming out where it's like you can now start to create greater connections between the stake pool operator and the delegates. So really cool. I think you're definitely engineering and innovating in this space, and I'm super pumped. I'm super jazzed to try to delegate and get involved in the next tournament.
Thanks. I really appreciate it, guys. It's an awesome opportunity to come and present to you. I'm not the most confident speaker, so I'm glad you thought I did okay.
Oh, absolutely.
It's something that I've been trying to work on. So thank you again, guys.
No, you did a great job. It was very clear and well articulated.
Awesome.
Yeah. So does anyone have any final thoughts? Maybe they have a cool blockchain idea that they want to share real quick, some feedback as to how we can make these, presentations even better. Maybe a final question before we sign off here. Check the YouTube. Yeah. And some of the people in the comments of the YouTube were saying that you were simple and to the point. In terms of what you were speaking about. And, I think people really enjoyed your presentation.
Perfect. I appreciate that. I just want to say this right now while I have you on the horn here. When we do have our smart contract completed and the tickets are ready to be launched, I'd definitely like to throw you a couple to your prize pool in your upcoming tournaments. So
that would be so helpful. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that'd be a great way. Then we can give those tickets out to people that play in our matches, and then get them over to your matches as well. And then maybe we'll do some matches together. I think that would be awesome. I really appreciate that.
Hey, no worries.
Yeah, I think we'll also collaborate on a tournament and maybe put some founder NFTs in there. Maybe we could co-host it.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Cool.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, I'm gonna take one last peek at the it seems like people really enjoyed your project, really enjoyed your presentation. So I think if no one else has any questions, I think that's kind of town hall number 8. We've done, oh, Gene's got one more. Grant, I think this one's to you. Any timeline on the founder NFTs?
So we're gonna really hit the ground with that after the summit is over. So I think we'll announce the launch date. I have one in my mind, but I want to sync with the rest of the team. And there's gonna be a lot going on. Aiden and I are trying to get out to Wyoming. We're looking at all the logistics right now. So there might not be a town hall next weekend, depending on that. But kind of once that settles, probably we're looking at like early October for the beginning of the sale. Is what I can say.
Cool. And did I read correctly that they're going to be like an augmented reality compatible NFT that you kind of
so you'll be able to you'll be able to look at it in AR. So it'll like move around. So we had some cool artists work on it. I think at our next town hall, we'll have the artists on to talk about their process of creating it. But a lot of it is the utility of it. So like that's really what we're selling it for. And we want to make sure that the utility and like what people are getting for buying it is worth the price, like more than like they're getting the value out of that and some just off of everything that they're getting from it.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, great. I think a final applause to Gaming Cardano for their amazing presentation. So thank you so much for showing up and providing that. And a massive thank you to everyone that's in this Zoom call. We really, really appreciate you all stopping by and being engaged and active with our project. It really means a lot to us to have people that, consistently show up to these events. So I just want to have a huge shout out to you all. And then, of course, the people that are viewing on YouTube, I really, really appreciate you all stopping by, throwing some comments, letting Gaming Cardano know that you really enjoyed their presentation. We love to see that. It's all about providing support, positivity. Bringing more gamers onto Cardano is going to benefit everybody because gamers love to play a variety of games and get involved in different things. So if we get more gamers in Cardano, whether that be on a variety of blockchain gaming projects, we're all going to benefit from that. So really appreciate the support and overall community engagement. But with that, I think that's town hall number 8. We've been doing 2 months of these now and can't wait till the next 2 months. So have an awesome, amazing rest of your weekend. We hope to see some of you all at the Cardano Summit, or at least on the back of that giant island turtle that IOHK shared the other day. Gave me some Legend of Korra or Avatar vibes for sure. So we'll see you all there, and please have a wonderful rest of your day.
Cool. Thanks, everybody.